English First Language Part 1, 8th Standard, Prose 1. The textbook name is Pearls of Literature. Prose 1 is the Heavenly Parasol, Part 1, 2024-2025 Karnataka State Board Syllabus. Rereading task. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Mace is a simple weapon. It has a heavy wooden or metal shaft, often reinforced with metal, featuring a head made of stones, copper, bronze, iron, or steel. It was used in traditional warfare. For example, Bhima and Duryodhana fought with maces in the Mahabharata war. Nowadays, maces are used as symbols of authority in the emblems of a number of government bodies, universities, and academic, parliamentary, or civic rituals. What is a mace? Mace is a simple weapon. It has a heavy wooden or metal shaft, often reinforced with metal, featuring a head made of stones, copper, bronze, iron, or steel. It was used in traditional warfare. For example, Bhima and Duryodhana fought with maces in the Mahabharata war. Second one, what are the features of a mace? It was a heavy wooden or metal shaft, often reinforced with metal, featuring a head made of stones, copper, bronze, iron, or steel. Third question, what are the uses of mace? It was used in traditional warfare. Nowadays, maces are used as symbols of authority in the emblems of a number of the government bodies, universities, and academic, parliamentary, or civic rituals. Rereading task. Discuss these aspects with your classmates and write down the answers. What is a parasol? It is a light umbrella used to give shade from the sun. Where is it used? It is used by people all over the world. Why is it used? It is used as a protection from the hot sun. Read the following story and appreciate the importance of the parasol. 1. There was once a beautiful princess in the town of Prajotsa called Amrita Prabha. When she came of age, the king held a Swayamvara to enable her to choose her husband. Many illustrious suitors, lured by tales of Amrita Prabha's beauty, assembled there. Second, among them was Meghvahana, the great grandson of a former king of Kashmir. Amrita Prabha shyly cast her eyes over the court and wondered whom she would choose. To Meghvahana's surprise, the princess stopped before him and put the garland around his neck. He rose to his feet, unable to contain his joy. Third, the couple moved forward to seek the king's blessings. As the king stepped down from his throne, the priest cried out in surprise, Your Honor, the parasol of Varuna has cast its shadow over the prince. Fourth one, it is true, exclaimed the king, My son, you are favored by gods. Fifth one, Meghvahana looked up in surprise, wondering at the meaning of these words. All at once, he saw by his side beautiful, dazzling white parasol with exquisite, exquisite decorations that was casting its shadow over him. Sixth one, this is the parasol of Varuna, the lord of the seas, explained the king. It casts its shadow on none else but sovereign of the whole world. You are destined for glory and brilliance. Seventh one, dazed by these portents, and by his good fortune, Meghavahana brought his bride and the divine parasol back home. Eighth one. Upon his return, the ministers of Kashmir court sought him out. They offered the throne to him. We are dissatisfied with our present ruler, they said. He has devoted himself to a life of prayer, and the affairs of the kingdom lie neglected. The people suffer because of this. Your noble character and bravery are well known in these parts. Honor us and the land by accepting our offer. Ninth, make Vahana become the king of Kashmir. Soon he proclaimed a law against the killing of living beings. It became his ambition to conquer other kingdoms to impose his law on them as well. Tenth one. Once, while on an expedition near the sea, the king told his weary army to rest in the shade of some palm groves. I must use this time to plan a way to conquer the islands of Lanka. He thought, it is the land of demons and needs to be taught the ways of peace. But how? Will I cross the great seas with my armies? 11th. All of a sudden, there was a cry in the air. It seemed to come from the wood by the shore, not far from where the royal horses were tethered. The cry came again, and the king heard the plaintive call. Even under Meghavahana's rule, I have been slain. 12th. In this agitation, the king did not wait to summon his officers but ran towards the wood. Plunging through the undergrowth, he fought his way till he came to a clearing. There before him was a temple of Chandika Durga with some sort of human sacrifice in progress on the steps. A man lay on the ground, his arms raised for mercy, and a menacing looking barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. 13. Stop, cried the king, shocked at the sight. You wretch, you dare threaten another's life in my realm? The barbarian dropped his sword in the terror and fell on his knees before the king. O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of the troop of barbarians that live in this wood. My little son has fallen prey to some disease and is on his deathbed. If I kill this man, the gods will be pleased and save my son's life. If you prevent this sacrifice, my son dies, and the rest of my troop will give up their lives with him. 14th. The king glanced towards the bundle on temple porch and presumed it to be a sacrificed boy. His heart was torn with confusion and compassion. 15. This man whom you desire to protect, continued the barbarian, was wandering about alone and friendless in the forest. Is he of more value to you than this child with whom many persons are connected? 16. The victim sat crying on the ground, a look of terror on his face. Tears fell from the barbarian eyes. Sir, tell me what to do. He cried, I cannot see my son suffer this way. 17. The king spoke firmly. Do not be distressed. I will save your son as well as this victim. I offer my body in sacrifice to Chandika. Kill, kill me, O barbarian. May these two persons live. 18. The barbarian, struggling between incredulity and fear, took a step backward. Sir, you are the king. Your life should be protected at all times. Do not pity this victim. Let him die. His life is of no significance. 19th. The king shook his head impatiently. If I can use my body to stop the killing, why should I not? Do not speak another word. Kill me. 20th. The barbarian hung his head and made no move to take his sword. 21. If you cannot bring yourself to strike at me, I will use my own sword for the purpose. So saying, the king drew out his sword. The barbarian and the victim watched in horror as Megvahana was about to strike himself. His head was covered with the divine flowers of exquisite color and perfume, and someone held back his arm. The king wheeled around in surprise and beheld a person of heavenly appearance. Then he realized that the barbarian, the victim, and the ailing boy had vanished. 22. A divine being addressed the bewildered king. I am Varuna, the lord of the seas. I have come to reclaim my parasol that was carried away from my town by the powerful Bhauma, the father of your father in law. It has powers to quell calamities in my land. I created this illusion to test your nobility of mind. You are truly compassionate and noble. 23. Meghavahana bowed before the divine being and returned the parasol reverently to him. Then he asked hesitantly, O Lord, encouraged by your prize, I wish to ask for a boon. I need help to cross the waters so that I may conquer the island. 24. Varuna smiled. So be it. When you desire to cross the ocean, I will pull away the water. Then he disappeared with the parasol. 25th. The following day, Meghavahana assembled his troops on the shore. The water swelled and crashed on the sand, and the soldiers trembled at its might. Meghavahana rode forward and plunged into the foaming ocean. All at once the water parted, and the king, smiling at his troops' astonishment, beckoned them to follow him. In this wondrous manner, Meghavahana reached Lanka and won over its king Vibhishana in the form of friendship. 26th. On returning home, Amrita Prabha welcomed him and then looked around in confusion. Where is the parasol, my lord? She asked. It never leaves your side. It was never mine to keep, he answered. At the mark of favor shown to me by its divine owner will guide me through my life. As he spoke, the skies darkened as if the parasol was casting its shadow over him, even from its heavenly abode. Please like, share, and subscribe. Save the playlist. Thank you very much. Bye bye.